I know you've talked about using hunting pressure to your advantage. How do you take advantage of the sea of orange that is coming up the mountain behind you?
Yeah. First of all, get the mattress off your back and be the first guy up there. I mean, I have left the trailhead at some ridiculously stupid times in rifle season, not in archery season because it's a different game.
Yeah.
But in rifle season, I want to be up on that mountain and see all those headlights driving to the trailhead. I'm like, got those guys whooped today. So you use hunting pressure in that respect. You know that usually the elk are going to go further away from that hunting pressure or go higher from that hunting pressure. And you kind of know where it's going to come from. The other part, how I use hunting pressure is the time of day and the time of week and the time of the season. Elk know that right away in the morning, there's going to be a ton of pressure. There's less pressure in the afternoon every time, every day. When they've measured it, there's marked declines in hunting pressure in the afternoon compared to the morning.
Yeah.
So if the big surge comes in the morning and the bull is just like, I'm hanging tight, man, he might let his guard down a little bit in the afternoon. If it's, say it's a 10-day season, we also know that the pressure of the first 2 days is going to be way more than the pressure of the last 2 days. So by the last 2 days, those elk are going to be pushed to different sanctuaries in places that are further, harder, more difficult. But once they get there, they're probably going to stay there because they're not going to get messed with. And then also the day of the week. Saturday and Sunday are the peak hunting pressure of any season is Saturday morning.
Yeah.
Kind of stays there for Saturday afternoon, a little less. Sunday morning, another peak. Sunday evening, everyone's got to get ready to go back to work. Monday, Tuesday. By Thursday and Friday, they're like, maybe season's over already. And so there's ways you can use that to your advantage. And then for me, I hunt a lot of boundaries. And you got to be careful on how you do it. And in rifle season, I'm way more comfortable hunting boundaries than I am in archery season because it's quick follow-up shots and everything like that. But, you take that half mile on either side of a public-private boundary. Most people don't want to screw with that. The private guy, they're like, don't go hunt the boundary because you might push them over to the public and those guys will shoot them. And the public guys are like, if I shot one and he went over there, boy. So there's these little
buffer zone.
Exactly. And so I a lot of times will just use those as the places where I'm going to spend the day. Okay, I'm done glassing. It looks, I haven't seen anything this morning. I'm going to go burn some time. I'm going to find a trail or find an opening or find something. And I'm probably going to spend my afternoon when I'm not napping, watching those kind of places. And the whole idea is, how do I use the behavior of the elk in a highly pressured area to my advantage?
And that's one of the things, you always hear people say the elk just disappear after opening day.
Yeah.
The same number of elk, other than the ones that got killed, are still there in the woods. Mm-hmm. And they didn't disappear. And they still have to eat, right, and they still have to drink.
Yep.
So they're just doing it in a different place that's harder to see them do it and harder to get to.
Yeah. And they will do as much of it at night as they can. The studies they have on these collared elk, that they collar them throughout the whole from, say, September 1st through the end of December. They are way more active during the day in September and early October. Their most sedentary period, the time they're true couch potatoes, is about 2 or 3 weeks towards the end of October. Yeah. And I'm sure a lot of that is they've been taught and they've learned that. Old Pete, he wasn't paying good attention. He got up and went for a stroll one day at 2 in the afternoon and
didn't come back.
So
if you find a sanctuary and there's a bull in there, mm-hmm, is he likely to just hunker down in there and let you walk 100 yards above him and know you're there, rather than if you do it in September, they're going to bust out and take mm-hmm off running. But now they know if they run out of that safe place, they're a target, albeit a moving target, but they're a target now. Yeah. So are they more likely to just hunker there and let you walk right by them and you don't even know they're there?
They are. And part of that is they understand that any type of transport or movement increases the likelihood of getting shot. They're going to, they're going to encounter fewer predators and people if they stay stationary versus if they're moving. If they get a big whiff of you and they think, hey, this guy's on
Imminent
me,
danger.
you're gonna swear they're a mountain goat. The way that they can gain elevation, the places they will go through is just astounding. And that's why I say I don't hunt super aggressive, because if I do get too close and I blow that up, he's going to take off somewhere. I'm never going to catch up to him that day. And that night, he's going somewhere else.
And you might not ever find where that somewhere else is.
Right. And, if these are limited entry units, or you're on a private ranch or something, which if you have access to that, go do it.
Yep.
Those elk aren't going to experience near the hunting pressure. And so their behavior change from peak rut to post rut is not going to be as dramatically changed as what we see with highly pressured public land elk.